Hi, my name is Chris Woodward, and I'm a Developer Relations Engineer at ArangoDB. Thanks for joining me for this ArangoDB lunch session. On the menu for today is a special project that we've been building along with the ArangoDB community. We call it ArangoBnB, and it is a full-stack JavaScript web application using an Airbnb dataset. The community voted on Vue as the preferred front-end framework for this example project, and we're lucky enough to have a few community members who are also developing a React front-end in parallel. This project is ongoing, and we have many plans to continue adding new features in the future. So, if you have any interest in contributing to a full-stack JavaScript project, contributions are welcome from developers of all skill levels. We started the project as a way to showcase the ArangoSearch GeoJSON features coming with ArangoDB 3.8. These new features allow you to link GeoJSON data to your ArangoSearch views, and comes with multiple ArangoSearch functions to make use of that GeoJSON data. During this lunch session, we will take a brief look at a demo of the actual ArangoBnB site, and some of the technologies we use to make it all work, as well as the queries that keep everything moving lightning fast. We are in the process of making longer form tutorials and articles for various challenges that we faced during the development of this project, so if there's anything that you would like more information on, please let us know. The two big motivators for the project included showing the upcoming ArangoSearch GeoJSON features and having a real-world ArangoJS example that would help the community get started using the official ArangoDB JavaScript driver. From there, some of the application requirements included finding nearby results based on location, and something that seemed natural for this location search was having a draggable map that would allow for displaying results. We would take these results and perform lookups against the GeoJSON data stored in the ArangoBnB dataset. The real Airbnb website also allows you to filter your results based on things such as the amenities available at each location, price, room type, and a number of other things. Of course, we wanted to show how easy it is to use AQL for all of these lookups. So, let's have a look. Okay, and so to get started with the project, first thing you need to do is just download the GitHub repository. And once you have the GitHub repository downloaded, you'll have a couple ways you can actually install and get everything set up and running. And before we get into that, just want to give a shout out to the contributors of the project so far. That's John, Paul, and Simran. John and Paul are community members, and they are the ones that have been heading up the React side of development. So really awesome job from the both of them, and we'll take a look at their project in just a second as well. And Simran, who is on the ArangoDB team as well and does a number of things. A lot of the work that he does is on the documentation side. He heads up that side as well, but he's also able to help a lot with the data modeling and creating some of the queries and stuff for the ArangoBnB project, as well as working on the Vue front end as well. So lots of thanks to everyone so far that has been working on the project. And like I said, if you want to contribute, definitely feel free. We're always happy to have new contributors as well. But so you can get started with Docker Compose, and Couds, John here is the one that got the Docker Compose set up. And that's a nice, easy way to get started. Or if you prefer just using npm, you can run npm install, and that'll install everything for the backend, front end, for both Vue and React. But there are also run commands for each individual part of the application, depending on which ones you want to work on. So be sure to check that out. Take a look at the project, and once you have everything up and running, then you should come to a screen that's similar to this. So I won't go too much into this, but let you play around with some of it, but the gist of what's happening here is this map setup is a Leaflet.js map, and we've set it up so that whenever we receive listings back from the ArangoDB server, that we get these markers and display them on the screen. Right now we're displaying, I think, more even than Airbnb tends to display, but it was just sort of a test to see how it worked and how many we could display. Once you have a result that you're interested in, you can click on it and you'll see the results page with more property information, neighborhood overview if it has, sometimes this will say untitled because they just didn't list anything, and various information about the property and then the host information. And then if you wanted to navigate to a specific location on the map, you can type in an address or sort of a keyword is typically what I use, and that will bring you to that location on the map and then show you results based on that. One other thing that you can continue doing is that filter option. Part of our application requirements was the ability to filter all of this down. And so, for instance, we can say we want the entire, double-clicked it. We want the entire home or apartment. We want, of course, want to make sure it has Wi-Fi, heating, and then you can continue looking at the less common options. And as you select these, the amenities and the results are updating. So the actual amenities checkboxes will update as well. Like for instance, if I click dishwasher, you can see it hop to the front and they're ordered by the most common. So it's more common that there's a kitchen than a dishwasher, but all these results so far basically have both. So you can continue filtering down and getting to the perfect one that you want. You can adjust by price as well. So if we went a little bit more, I saw a couple disappear. And then again, once you're ready, just click the result and there you go. So that's kind of where we're at right now as far as the features that we have. We have destination search, scrollable map. All of this is operating off of the map bounds using our Leaflet.js map and sending that to the server. And I'll take a look at what we're seeing on the server and what that query is actually doing in just a sec. And I wanted to show off one more thing on the React side. This is the React team that they've put together. Really like the background. I think it's pretty awesome. And then they have the same thing with searching. And the thing I wanted to call out was their neighborhood search. So the Airbnb dataset comes with this neighborhood information. And I believe it was John that set up the clicking on the individual neighborhoods using that GeoJSON information. So very, very cool. And yeah, again, if you're interested in either the Vue or the React side, definitely feel free to reach out. Find us on the community Slack channel. We have a community projects channel in the ArangoDB community Slack now. So introduce yourself there, or on the GitHub repository. We also have a discussions page. You can open up new issues for just any feature requests or something that you might like, and then you can follow along with the individual task and their status and what's coming. Okay. So now the query that I wanted to show you is this query is doing most of the heavy lifting. There's another query I think for the neighborhood side of things, but just to keep things brief, I just wanted to go through at least one. And this is the bulk one that's actually doing the querying. And this is using our ArangoDB, or ArangoSearch view, I should say, and that's this ArangoBnB. And that is here. And definitely won't have time to go through all of this. I wanted to point out the location field. If I can find it, yeah. We've configured a GeoJSON analyzer, and that's the new part that's coming with ArangoDB 3.8 is this GeoJSON analyzer that you can set up and configure to work with your views. Once you have your field indexed with that GeoJSON analyzer, then you can start using some of the GeoJSON functions that are specific to ArangoSearch now that you can perform within the search context. And so that's what we're doing. We're using geocontains to try and find, this is our map bounds that we have back here. And we're just trying to find listings that are contained within that polygon using our GeoAnalyzer. And then once we do, we go through and narrow down based on our amenities and price and everything that we looked at. And then I just put in some sorting based on what I thought might provide good results. There's just probably so much different ways you could do that. And then we return them. And then with these listings, we actually iterate through them, finding all the amenities that are in there. And that's what's doing the updating of our checkboxes here. So every time we return listings, we also have their amenities ranked by the number of them. We use this aggregation here to actually count the number of the same amenities, and that's how we sort them. And once that's all returned back, that's what gives us this. And as you can see, it's also really fast. I mean, we're talking within under 5 milliseconds to get everything, to look over the collection and get all of these details out of there. And so that's sort of the main thing that I think I'll have time to show you today. But if you did have any questions, like I said, reach out on Slack. Anything else you want to see. Another big shout out to John and Paul for helping us and taking on the React side of things. And if there's any other projects that the community would like to see, let us know. We're always open to starting new projects like this. There's going to be a lot more that we put into this, so definitely feel free to reach out. Otherwise, thank you for joining me for this lunch session, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.